welcome to our weekly Being Your Own CEO Success Circle. This is a support especially for solopreneurs. And this morning we're going to be looking at creating templates. So, and also this morning, I'm aware we're going to be missing a few people. Our friend Fred is on a boat trip right now, and our friend Paul is having computer problems. so, so this morning, perhaps since there aren't many of us, we will just introduce ourselves. So, David, do you want to begin by introducing yourself?
Yes, this is Dave Flannery with Affordable Websites for Small Businesses. I come from Rock Falls, Illinois, and help build websites for small businesses to bring them up to date with the web. We are broadcasting through YouTube Fine and to the website.
Right on. Thank you. And welcome, David. And Nathan, would you like to introduce yourself?
Sure. My name is Nathan Siegel, hail to you from Mexico, originally from Canada. My business is working with people to do with joint ventures, affiliate marketing, and copywriting. Currently working on a course to sell, a course on how to teach yourself neurolinguistic programming.
Ah, right on. And I will introduce myself because Vivek is going to present this morning, and he has his intro built right in. So, so I'm Loelan Fuglsang. I do business and career coaching. I love helping retirees who would like to start an online business. And I also want to acknowledge that Javita in Mumbai, India, is out in YouTube land. So good morning, Javita. So, Vivek, I'm just going to change my view here. I'm going to go to full screen, and let's see if I can speaker view. I don't want speaker view. I want gallery view. There we go. That's what I was looking for. Okay, so I've gone full screen, and Vivek, okay, there you go. So, Vivek has kindly put together a presentation. Maybe I should give a little bit of context here. What do you think, Vivek?
Yeah, go on.
The context of this is that Vivek and I were working on a course together, putting together a course, and we're doing it using the Google tools, Google Docs, and not slides, but sheets. And as we were working through, we began to realize that there had to be something a little bit more efficient than the way that we were doing it. So we started playing with this, creating a template, and realized that by taking the time to do that was going to really save us a lot of time and energy and frustration in the future. So then, as we got on top of all of this, we said, well, this is something we should share with the rest of the group. So that's how it all happened. So away you go, Vivek, and thank you for putting this together.
Namaste. My name is Vivekanand. People call me Vivek. Am I sharing my screen yet?
No.
No, I'm not. So I missed a step there.
There.
So let me start again. Namaste. My name is Vivek Anand. People call me Vivek. I believe in living a simple life. I believe in thinking differently. I am proud to share my belief with Steve Jobs and Leonardo da Vinci, who said simplicity is the ultimate in sophistication. I aim to bring time tested wisdom and happiness together into your business and life by unifying, simplifying, amplifying simple technology and tools. I achieve this by developing software solutions as necessary. Today, I shall cover three parts: why templates, how to create and use templates, and what a useful template may look like. So, let me first answer the question, why templates? You want to create standards for your own business, which will provide your clients a consistent user experience. You want to create brand awareness amongst your clients. You want to make sure that with every communication you have with your clients, you showcase your quality of work. Now, let me answer this question. Creating and using templates, isn't it too much work? Actually, if you don't use templates, that means you are doing too much work to maintain consistency. Delegate some of your work over to the template. Let it do the major part of the work for you. I mean, the things that you often forget. Let me give you an example of the result of standardization. McDonald's, the food place. How do you think they became a food chain giant worldwide? By using templates. You go to any McDonald's place anywhere in the world and you order your favorite cheeseburger or whatever else. You expect the same quality, don't you? Well, that is because they have standardized on everything, and every McDonald's place has to follow that template. That is how they became the worldwide food giant they are. Before I proceed further, let me talk about the Gmail terms of service. This is the free Gmail everyone loves to use for their personal use. What I am showing you now is further into the terms of service. You know, it runs into pages and pages, and most people have no time to read through it, and most of us just click the I agree button. Let me draw your attention to this section which says permission to use your content. Well, that title itself should ring alarm bells for you. But let me go further. Hope you can see these two sentences here. Let me read them out for you. We need your permission if your intellectual property rights restrict our use of your content. You provide Google with this permission through this license. I hope that is clear enough.
Well, And I think we need to explain why we're giving this. One of the
I would say that would become more clear later on, but yeah,
Yeah.
go on.
Well, one of the things we discovered was that if you're just using a Gmail account, you can't do what we're going to show you how to do. So
Yeah.
you need a G Suite account in order to do this. But we thought it would be interesting to explain more fully the difference between a Gmail account and a G Suite account. Okay, go for it.
Why I bring the Gmail terms of service to your attention? Because of this very important distinction. Gmail uses terms of service where you agree to Google's terms. In sharp contrast, G Suite uses a service level agreement. In other words, you are not supposed to use Gmail for business purposes. You should be using G Suite when you run a business. Why doesn't Google make it obvious to you? Well, they are, but you're not actually reading the terms of service, are you? Here is an example of what not to do when you're trying to build your brand. This is an example. I mean, this lorry is actually parked right outside my window right now. I have obscured most of the. I don't want to give them free publicity, but the highlighted part is they are using the free Gmail account.
Mm.
So my point was people are using free Gmail account for their business. Whether they know the implications or not is an entirely different thing. But anyway, let me now come back to the main topic and talk about how to template for Google Docs. You typically create or reach Google Docs in this way by clicking on this menu with the multiple dots and then click on the Docs icon as pointed by the arrow there. Then you get to this screen. In this screen, please notice the template gallery drop down menu pointed by the arrow and circled in red color there. You have the same situation for Google Sheets and Google Slides. Now, how to create template for Google Doc? 3 basic steps. Create the template doc with the headings and so on. You modify the styles as you want them to be. You use the fonts which you want to use the colors that you want to use, you modify the headers, footers, all of that. And then third step is submit as a template to gallery. For example, you open a doc, you type in all your content, and then you select a subheading or a title as shown by the red circle at the bottom. Then you click the font selection drop down menu and then you choose the font you want it to appear in. This part is pretty standard. You would have done it for as long as you would have used Google Docs. Now comes the most important part. Let us say you want to standardize so that all your documents, title text like this appears in the font, color, justification, etc. that you selected here. So here is the most important next step. Now, please pay attention. Here is the important step. You miss it, you miss the whole point. You select the title text as before. Now you select the styles drop down menu. In this image, it is shown as a drop down menu next to title. You click on the drop down menu as pointed by the arrow numbered 2. That drops down a menu showing all the styles that are in use, and the style that is used by the selected text is shown as selected. Now you select the right expand menu by clicking on the triangle pointing to the right, which shows you two options: apply title, and below that update title to match. You select the update title to match. Now, hope you notice the word title in both these expanded menu options is in quotes. That is because if you expanded the menu to the right of heading 1, showing in orange there, you would find the menu options to be apply heading 1 and update heading 1 to match. And the words heading 1 would appear in quotes. Now you make sure that this document reflects the look and feel, the logos in the right place, colors and fonts as per your branding, and even the standard text that you want to appear in every one of your document. For example, maybe your company's address, copyright message, etc., etc. And then save this as a Google Doc.
I love talking. Hope you're having a
I use the keyword far too often. Sorry about that.
That was Miss G talking.
So now you go back to Google Docs as shown here, and then instead of clicking on the plus sign to create a new document, you click on the template gallery as pointed by the arrow there. You would see a page like this. You click on the submit template button as shown at the bottom of the image there. You would see a page like this. Then you click on select a document. It takes you to browsing your Google Drive mode. You select the document you just saved, and then you would see a page like this. You tick the box next to submit a copy of this file instead of the original, this one here. Then choose a category as shown in this example here, and then hit the submit button. Don't worry, you're not submitting anything for the Google world to see, whatever the document contains. It's just the way button is called. Once you have done that, you would see this. Now, when you go back to template gallery, you would see this. You can even see the preview of the template in the category you selected with the logo and everything. Next time you want to create a new document using that template, you go to Google Drive and click on the big plus icon that says New, and then select Google Docs, and then expand the menu there and select the From a Template option as highlighted here. Now you can select the template customized by you for your business with your logo, your fonts, your colors, and everything. I did say that you should use only G Suite for your business. But if you are using the free Gmail account, then sadly, this is what you would see. This image tells you everything you need to know. Moral of this whole story is if you want to run a business, try not to use free services for your business critical communication. Use G Suite. It costs less than a decent breakfast for a month's worth of Google services that come with your domain, your branding, and top it all comes with a service level agreement from Google. Of course, similar services are available from Microsoft. It's called as Office 365, but I have never used it, nor do I like the way Microsoft works. So
Well, it seems that lots of us are either Google or Microsoft, or some of us have to do both, such as I do. I use Google in my own business, but when I'm working on contract at the care center, I have to use Microsoft. So I have to stay on top of both of them.
So
Yeah.
let me briefly go
Yeah.
through just a couple of slides.
Yeah.
For
right.
Google Slides, how to create a template in 3 steps. Step 1, create the slides as you want them in the template with your logo in your preferred position, your preferred color scheme, etc. Step 2 is to use the option Edit Master from the slide menu. And step 3 is to submit this Google Slides file as a template to the template gallery. Now, to save a bit of time, let me show you the second step here. Click on the slide menu option as shown at the top of this image that shows you the drop down menu. From this menu, you select the Edit Master option as shown by the red circle. This shows you the master that is in use. Now, depending on what is selected, on the left hand side, the text at the top changes. You are actually seeing the very template that I'm using for this Google slide that I'm showing you now. So that brings me to the end of this presentation. I've lost my voice.
Ah. So once you've got that set, then you save it as a template, right? Right.
Yeah. So there are a couple more slides where I'm just saying, yeah, subscribe to my YouTube channel. Similarly, subscribe to Loveland's YouTube channel. Subscription is free, so why not? And hit the bell icon so that you can customize the notifications you get from the channels. Thank you for being with me today. Hope it has been helpful. Namaste.
So, thank you so much, Vivek. Um, I'm wondering whether anybody in the group have any comments or questions related to the presentation. Anybody else in Google use templates? I do, of course, but anybody else?
I haven't as of yet. I usually do my presentations in Microsoft, and I tried setting up a template in there, and it wasn't too successful. So, a few more steps, and it with a lot of this kind of stuff, it's not really plainly written out, and there's not good instructions on how to do it. I did not check the YouTube videos for Microsoft to see if they had
Right.
a template. I do find that Google does not have a lot of people that do videos for Google stuff like this. Anytime I've ever done a search for something like this, or how to use Doc, or how to do this, or how to do that, I don't find a lot of videos.
Well, that's a good reason for you to subscribe to Vivek's channel. Paul, I know you're there, even though I see that you're oh, there you are. Any comments or questions from you?
No, I have no comments or questions. Just, I guess maybe one question about Google is it Google for Business? What's it called again?
GSuite.
GSuite. I can never get that right. If you have multiple businesses, you have to set up accounts for each business, correct?
Yes, I think you would.
Not necessarily. You
No?
can have one business account and you can have everything else come into that. But
Yeah, but no, I was thinking of per Gmail address.
yeah,
You would, yeah.
You can make other email addresses, but I've yet to figure out how to do that. But you
can do that.
And like right now I have David at affordable websites for smb.com. I was trying to set up where I would have emails for David at teamflannery.com through Google My Business or through GSuite. And they say you can do it, but I've yet to successfully do it. So, and like I said, there's not a lot of help there, not a lot of YouTube videos that come up when you say how to do it. There's some, but they never really, I find the help system for Google very complicated and very difficult to follow through on. So
Wow.
I know you can do it.
Yes. Right. So, Alana, you missed the presentation. Do you?
I'm really sorry. I was on a call.
It's all right. Life happens. Life and business happens.
I know. I realized I missed the whole thing.
Do you use Google Slides or Google Docs or any of those?
Yeah, I do use Google Docs. I used Google Slides for the first time last week when I did my presentation, and I use Excel and yeah. So I use quite a bit of it. Yeah, I use the spreadsheets and whatnot.
Yeah. So yeah, so you'll have to go back and watch.
I have to go back and watch it. Yeah,
right.
I know because I was looking forward to this one, but
yeah. So I wondered how everybody reacted to our clarification between Gmail and GSuite. whether anybody had, was everybody aware of the difference? So many
Well,
people.
I'm sorry.
Go.
I know you get a lot more privacy with G Suite.
Mm-hmm.
They don't use your information as much as they do when you do the free.
Mm-hmm.
Free, they like to just about knock on your door and set up camp in your house, in your computer, your phone, and um, you know, whereas they don't seem to do that with
No.
G Suite.
Well.
Because with Gmail, the free Gmail, you are agreeing to the terms of service.
Correct.
Yeah.
It's,
Yeah.
it's as clear as that. You agree to that.
Yeah,
You
you agree
agree
to let.
to yeah. You agree to them setting camp in your house, and then when you have given them the permission, then after that you can't complain.
No, I'm not complaining. I'm just pointing out
No.
the difference
Yeah.
between the two.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I still use my Gmail, and I've yet to completely get everything converted over uh, to G Suite. Um, more due to laziness and spending the time doing it.
Uh-huh.
There's certain things like Google My Business and stuff. It's all set up in there, and moving it seems to be a royal pain and doesn't seem to lend itself to work to go to G Suite. And when I asked them about it, they said, well, it doesn't make any difference. But here again, I think the privacy issue makes a difference.
Sure it does.
So,
another major difference that I discovered quite some time ago, this is a long time ago, because I was a legacy from way, 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 way back, so that I could use my own URL as part of my address. But there came a time, and part of the reason all of this played out for me is I've been with Google for so long. Anyway, there came a time when I needed some help, and when I went looking for help, I was told you have to pay for G Suite in order to acquire this or to be able to access this help. So when I did that, I was able to access help. So that's another major difference between Gmail and G Suite. Gmail, if you want help with anything, you have to go to one of those group um,
Forums.
forums. You have to go to a forum to get the answers that you need. Whereas if you have G Suite, you just connect with them and they respond and tell you what to do. So
They even phone you back
yeah,
after some time to make sure that your problems are sorted out and so on. That they schedule a call with you saying that I'll call you tomorrow at this time.
yeah,
Is that okay with you? If not, okay, at what time can I call to take care of things?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So that's the other piece that a lot of people
morning, Dave Flannery.
don't realize. David, you might want to mute yourself.
Doing good. Here, it's going good. I was calling in regards to.
Yeah,
I did.
can. Yeah.
I think he might have hit the button and somehow it didn't take.
I was trying to mute him and I couldn't find the mute button.
I was trying to do the same thing, but that's obviously within your control, Lola,
Yes,
not us.
I found
He
it.
muted the video, but muting
Yeah.
the video doesn't mute the audio.
Yeah, right. Right. Oh dear. Okay. So if there are no more comments or questions regarding templates, I must say for myself, I mean, once we got this template created, I mean, it's the amount of time that it saves is unbelievable. So that was my reason for wanting to share this, to make people aware of the efficiency that you can gain by using a template. Anyway, if there are no other comments, anybody want the last word? Our friend Fred is out on the ocean right now, so Fred always likes to give the last word.
Doesn't he have Wi-Fi out there?
I don't think so. I don't think so. So I will just before closing, remind everyone it's important to do what you love with passion, and to let you know that next week we're going to be talking about VR. I have Shani Thompson coming, who uses VR, and she's going to share her experience with us. So we shall see you next week. And having said that, I will go to Alt 4.